Hey, now I'm going to talk. Today I'm going to talk about my dog Tzuky. Well, it's a long story. In general, I had never had a dog for a long time. Usually, it was mostly like my father got a dog once, and we kept it from 2 months probably until we decided that it wasn't easy to take care of it. I was like 13 back then, and that dog's name was Blanco, and I really like him. And it was it was a very cute puppy, but it was a little bit dumb, and we weren't very good at training him. So at the end, we have to give him away to somewhere else to I hope he got a better house. That's it. We had all kind of pets after that. We had rabbits. We had a snake once. It's a water snake. Non-harmful. The poor thing was living under our sink. And we had also cobayes, a hamster that sadly passed away 2 months after we got him. My brother had a betta fish for almost 1 year until we decided to change the water. It's so funny because betta fishes can live in very dirty conditions, but who knows? The pH maybe changed and the poor thing died. So yeah, in general, the thing is, we aren't very good with pets. So in my opinion, it was like harmful to the poor animals to have a pet at all. That's why I wasn't expecting to have a dog. Uh, it's funny because after some sad incidents in my family, we decided we should have a pet, and I'm not talking about this my dog Suki. She will come later. I'm talking about another puppy we got from a shelter. His name was Tristan. The thing with Tristan is what he was very small when we took him from the shelter. Apparently, he was like 3 months, 4 months old, and the owner told us that it was okay to take it away from his mother, uh, even though he was still like drinking milk. So we took care of Tristan for 2 years. He was a very crazy puppy. He liked to destroy things and mark territory. And well, eventually we neutered him, but it was such a right to take care of him. So at the end, we decided also to give him away to another family. It was mostly my mom's idea because I was not living with her at the time. She was all by herself, and Tristan was a German Shepherd. So you can just imagine how large the dog was comparing to my poor mom. My mom is a senior retired professor, so she couldn't handle the big animal. It was a beast. So she gave it away. And after that, well, we thought, okay, it is done. Tristan is gone. So what else? We no longer have a puppy. We will no longer have a dog at all. And suddenly one day we were walking around. Really, we were just strolling in the park, and there was this fair, Adopt a Puppy fair from a local shelter. I was with my little brother and with my mom, and this black little black terrier. It's a it's a rat terrier. It's a mongrel. It's just from the shelter, you know. This little rat terrier just came out the strike to greet us from all the pool of puppies and other dogs that were in the place. It was just her, and my little brother was elated with the pup. So she wasn't a pup. She was 2 years old already. And apparently, the girl who was in charge of the shelter told us that she was a mongrel and she was already trained, puppy trained. So we were enamored of it, but we consider our options. We remember a lot the story of Tristan, the story of Branco, all of record with pets in general. And after a while, we decided we gave it a thought. We gave it a thought for a couple of days, and I couldn't take this dog. Her name was Tzuky. Was already Tzuky. It was a sign name. We didn't decide it. We couldn't take Tzuki out of our minds. So we decided to finally call the shelter again, and ask if she was still available to adopt. And the lady told me that unfortunately there was another family who was interested in Suki. And I had to wait some days to learn if they had taken her or not. So I gave it a couple of days and I called back again, and the shelter lady said she had contacted the family that was interested in Suki, but that family hasn't replied yet. And I was like, well, I'm still available. And they told me they were going to come to make a visit to our house to see if the dog was if our house was a good place for having a dog. I accepted and we scheduled a date. And the day they arrived, I was expecting just the shelter lady and I don't know, maybe a vet or someone else just coming to check the house. But no, the shelter lady came with Suki, and she told me that the other family didn't reply after a lot of calls, and she really she you know how shelters they need to take the into account the animal, and they have a lot of animals to take care about, so they have to get rid of them. They have to not let's not say get rid of. Let's say that they have to find a place for them as quickly as possible. So if we were deeply interested, they were like, your house is okay. You seem like a nice family. You seem like you are very responsible, and take her with you. And we weren't expecting Soki to come to our house that very night, but she came, and the first days were a bit strange because she was nonverbal. I wouldn't say nonverbal. She didn't bark at all, and we were worried that maybe the dog was so sad, or because she was sulking all over the place. A very sad dog. But no, after a while, she started barking again. She likes to run around again. She loves to run. But it's quite kind of mixed because Suki has grown accustomed to our lifestyle, and we are very lazy, probably the laziest family around. So now she's a very lazy dog. She loves to just slay all day, and whenever we ask her if she wants to play around, she plays like 5 minutes, and then she's like, you know what, I'm done. She's but she's very smart. She understands a lot of verbal language, a lot of words that we didn't tell her specifically, but she just learned them. She learned, aside from her name, she learned a lot of expressions. She also understands us very well. She gets along with my mother right now. She's taking care of her. They are taking care of each other. And I'm so happy that this little dog came to our lives, and apparently from what I have read, terriers live a long life. So we aren't so worried that she's getting old. She's 6 years right now, but she's a very healthy dog. She runs around, and we love to have her around, and she still is very trusting, and Terrible house guardian, but lovable pet. Thank you.